Okay, we're here with Blake at the Yamaha stand. How are you, Blake?
Hey, how's it going? Sonicstate, my favorite. You know I love you guys. So
thank you so much, man. You're not just saying that. Thank you.
No.
So yeah, we've got the. What have we got here, Blake?
So this is basically YC OS version 1.2. We released this a little while ago. The cool thing about this YC OS, there's two major things. One of them is a new studio rotary speaker setting that we have in here. We had two additional ones before, which were classic and overdrive. They were what we originally released it for, but we knew we maybe needed to add a little bit more of a wider spatialization, a little bit more just overall body to the rotary speaker sound, and I'll play some of it right now, so check this out. First of all, I'm going to go over here to my rotary speaker settings here, and I'm going to turn it, the type, this is the new one, but I'll start with the original one so you can hear the difference. So here's the original rotary speaker classic type, so check it out. Speed up the rotary here. Okay, so that's the original. Now check it out. I'm going to turn it to the studio type and listen to the difference. Speed it up. Compare it to the original one once again. And here's the studio. That's pretty cool. You can really hear the difference between the two. One of them just has a little bit more body, a little bit more spatialization, a little bit more separation between the horn and the rotor. That is a great thing that I love about the YC here with the OS 1.2. The other thing that we added, and I'll bring up a different sound here. So, let's see, where are all my F1s? Well, I'll just do it from here. Okay. So with the original YC, we had 3 FM organs because we have VCM organs in here, virtual circuitry modeling, and they do the vintage drawbar sounds. But the F organs, F1, F2, F3, well, F1 is a pure sine wave organ. F2 is more of kind of a pulse wave, so it has more of that British organ sound, and then F3 is more of that Italian organ sound, so it's more of the sawtooth wave. So, but all of the FM organs in the original OS4 YC were FM organs, all with carriers. So what they did with the F4, F5, F6 is they added modulators to it. So you have control over FM synthesis in kind of a unique and interesting way that uses the drawbar organ thing. So check it out. So first what I'm going to do here. So in fact, the way to show this is really just I'll pull all the drawbars and I'm going to bring down just a modulator. So if I have a modulator with no carrier, what sound will I get? It's going to be nothing. There's no sound because the modulator doesn't make any sound. It's sort of like if a violinist plays a violin and they don't actually bow it, but they go like this, you don't hear any vibrato. You only hear it when you bow. That's like the modulator. So check this out.
Together, right?
So there's a carrier. Now when I bring the modulator, you're going to hear sideband particles come up. Delay on here too. So that's just 2 operators. Here's another, okay, that's feedback. I'll bring that in a second. Another carrier. And a modulator. There's a carrier and a modulator. Carrier, modulator. And then this is, the one that's white here is feedback. It's almost a synth kind of sound.
Yeah.
With an analog delay.
It's a lovely spacey delay now.
So that's F6. I'll go back to the F4 organ. similar kind of thing where you have carrier modulators right here, so there's 2 of them, or like 4 pairs of the 8, plus with feedback, but it has a little bit different kind of tone to it. So the F4 and the F6 are kind of similar. The last one is the F5 organ, and this one is actually 2 carriers and stacked modulators, so you can do even more kind of like. It's a little bit more distorted kind of.
Is there any way to modulate those?
What's that?
Is there any way to modulate those parameters to like have them moving?
Well, you can to modulate the parameters. Well, you can automate them, so I can pull them in and out, which would be sort of like modulating them. But you mean another level?
Yeah, maybe like a sort of an LFO style thing.
Yeah,
Again,
not
like
in this guy.
movement.
It's more of like taking the FM organ kind of, or the FM synthesis thing and putting it into an organ type of a interface. So if you want that, then we would go to something like a montage, which has LFOs and that kind of stuff. This is more of a stage keyboard, but it does at least have an interesting approach to FM organ with that organ type of a paradigm. So that's really is.
Yeah, it's got a lovely texture to it. It does sound great.
It really sounds.
Easing
sounds like nothing I've ever really played actually, because I've lots of FM synthesizers. I work for Yamaha, so I'm certainly familiar with FM. But this has a really different type of a texture and a tone, but it's still an organ vibe. But anyway, those are the 2 things that we added really big time in this OS update with OS 142. So,
well, thank you very much for showing
Thank you so much, man. I really love you guys. Sonicstate is some of my favorite people. So nice to meet you, Chris. Thank you so much.
Thank
You're
you. We love
NAMM
you too.
2022.
Cheers.